Today, I've got a spine-tingling camping tale to share, one that unfolded during one of our annual trips with my good friend Sam. We used to be roommates in college and developed a love for camping, making it a tradition to embark on outdoor adventures together. Fast forward to a couple of years ago, and we found ourselves in the midst of our yearly summer camping trip. Sam, the seasoned camper who had introduced me to this world, and I set up our tents just a couple of hours into the trail. The plan was never about extreme hikes. It was all about immersing ourselves in the camping experience. For the first 3 days, everything was idyllic. We sat by the campfire, shared stories over drinks, took leisurely walks, and indulged in board games. However, on the 4th day, as the sun began its descent, things took an unexpected turn. Sam volunteered to gather sticks for the evening campfire. As time ticked by and the sun dipped below the horizon, he didn't return. Growing increasingly concerned, I decided to start the fire, hoping its glow would guide him back. 2 hours passed, and anxiety settled in. Just when I was on the verge of panic, I heard a distant gunshot. The relief of Sam returning was overshadowed by the trauma in his eyes. He recounted a chilling tale of being held at gunpoint during his walk, only managing to escape in the nick of time. To this day, he refuses to divulge all the details, leaving me haunted by the question of what truly transpired that fateful night. Let's shift gears to another camping escapade, this time a solo journey to a secluded lake in the heart of nature. The plan was simple: a 5-hour hike to a tranquil spot, away from the usual camping crowds. As I approached the lake after a 4-hour trek, an unsettling sight greeted me. Someone without any camping gear was wandering aimlessly on the opposite side. This encounter cast a shadow over my evening, and as night fell, a persistent unease lingered. Despite maintaining a small, discreet campfire, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. At dawn, with the first light breaking through the trees, I hastily packed up, grateful to leave unscathed. The mysterious presence near the remote lake had turned a seemingly peaceful camping trip into an unsettling experience, leaving me to ponder the enigma of the stranger in the wilderness. Our final tale takes us deep into the northern Appalachians, where I embarked on a camping trail that turned out to be more mysterious than I could have imagined. The initial portion of the trail was a well-beaten path, but as I delved deeper, the trail became less apparent. Doubt began to creep in, and consulting my map and compass only heightened my uncertainty. Despite it turning around to retrace my steps, darkness set in, compelling me to set up camp on the spot. During the night, I awoke to a peculiar glow in the distance. Venturing out, I discovered a nearby campfire. However, my attempt to signal my presence by starting my own fire was met with an unsettling response. The mysterious camper extinguished their flames immediately. Morning brought both relief and intrigue. Investigating the site, I stumbled upon an old hut filled with a variety of camping gear. It seemed to be a collection point for stolen equipment, possibly luring unsuspecting campers off the main path. The experience underscored the importance of staying on designated trails. The hidden campsite in the northern Appalachians could have easily turned into a perilous situation, a close call indeed. A long time ago, in the heart of an ancient forest shrouded in mystery, I embarked on a solo camping trip. This particular woodland was renowned for its pristine beauty, but held an eerie reputation among the locals. Despite the ominous tales, my adventurous spirit led me to set up camp beside a tranquil stream, surrounded by towering trees. As the sun dipped below the horizon on the second night, casting an ethereal glow over the forest, I noticed a subtle change in the atmosphere. Faint whispers, like the secrets of the trees being shared in hushed tones, began to echo through the woods. Initially dismissing it as a product of my imagination, I tried to drift off to sleep, only to find the whispers growing more distinct and ominous. Fear gripped me as the night wore on, the mysterious whispers seeming to come from the very heart of the ancient forest. Convinced that something unnatural lurked in the shadows, I made the decision to hastily pack up my camp and leave the whispering woods behind. To this day, the secrets concealed within the heart of that mysterious forest remain a haunting enigma. Embarking on an expedition to a secluded valley encircled by towering mountains, I envisioned a serene camping experience surrounded by nature's grandeur. However, my journey took an unexpected turn on the second night. In the dead of night, I was startled awake by the sound of footsteps outside my tent. Assuming it was a fellow camper, I eagerly unzipped my tent to greet them, only to find the moonlit valley devoid of any human presence. Baffled and unnerved, I shrugged it off, attributing it to the mysterious sounds of the wilderness. However, the following nights brought a recurring phenomenon. The rhythmic footsteps, invisible but ever-present, circled my tent. With nerves on edge and sleep-deprived, I made the difficult decision to cut my camping trip short. The valley's silent phantom camper, a specter of the night, remains an unsolved mystery, leaving me to ponder who or what shared the isolated wilderness with me. In the golden hues of autumn, I selected a campsite nestled beside a picturesque lake, surrounded by a dense forest adorned with vibrant foliage. On the second night, as the moon cast a silvery glow upon the water, a haunting melody wafted through the crisp night air. Enthralled by the ethereal sounds, I followed the haunting notes deeper into the woods. The melody seemed to lead me on a spectral journey, captivating my senses. As I approached what should have been the source, the music intensified, yet there was no visible musician or instrument. Suddenly, the haunting melody ceased, leaving the forest in an unsettling silence. Overwhelmed with an inexplicable dread, I hastily retraced my steps back to the campsite. The haunting melody lingered in my memory, a ghostly serenade from the heart of the wilderness, leaving me with a sense of having brushed against the supernatural in the depths of nature's embrace. One summer, I embarked on a solo camping trip deep into an ancient forest, rumored to be enchanted. The air was thick with the scent of pine, and the sunlight filtered through the towering trees, creating a mesmerizing dance of shadows on the forest floor. Intrigued by the tales of mystical occurrences, I chose a campsite near a secluded glade. As night fell, the atmosphere changed. Unearthly lights flickered in the distance, casting an otherworldly glow. Intrigued, I ventured towards the glade, where I witnessed ethereal creatures dancing in the moonlight. Spellbound, I observed the mystical spectacle until dawn. The next morning, the glade appeared ordinary, as if the enchanted dance was a secret shared only with the night. the memory lingers, a surreal encounter with the magic hidden within the ancient woods. In pursuit of adventure, I joined an expedition to explore an uncharted territory, a vast wilderness untouched by civilization. The journey promised to be arduous but rewarding, with the promise of discovering unexplored landscapes. Our group consisted of seasoned explorers, each equipped with cutting-edge gear. Days into the expedition, we encountered an unexpected anomaly, a mysterious fog that seemed to materialize out of nowhere. As we ventured deeper, the fog thickened, disorienting our sense of direction. Soon we realized we were lost, separated from the familiar landscape we had entered. With each passing day, tensions rose. The wilderness, initially promising a sense of awe, now held an air of foreboding. Mysterious sounds echoed through the fog, creating an eerie soundtrack to our predicament. Faced with the unknown, we pressed on, desperate to find our way back. One night, as the fog lifted, we stumbled upon an ancient ruin hidden in the wilderness. The remnants of a lost civilization told a silent tale of a forgotten era. Though we eventually found our way back to civilization, the expedition left us haunted by the mysteries hidden in the uncharted wilderness and the lingering question of what lay beyond the fog.